everyone and welcome back. Today I will teach Extrude tools. Most beginner used Extrude, but their models still look messy, right? I see this mistake all the time. When I started, I also struggled with this. This one tool can change your modeling a lot. Uh, we will learn extrude options in a bit detail. Let's get started. Yes, if you are serious about learning Maya properly, subscribe this channel and learn with me. All right, let's create one object and press F to zoom the selected object. You know what? Extrude is one of the most powerful tool in Maya, and also one of the most misused, I would say. Let's dive deep a bit in the extrude tool. So suppose let's select this face, and again you can find extrude tool in three different way in Maya. Let's say if you want to extrude, just simply right click on the object and select an extrude. And if you want to select any of the face, hold the shift key on the keypad and right click and say extrude. You can find it extrude in edit mesh also. If you can see extrude, shortcut key is Control E, and you can find extrude in modeling toolkit. So extrude. So every options has the same feature, but in a very different places. All right. So let's say if I'm selecting and clicking extrude now. Once you click on the extrude, there is some few things that you need to understand before clicking any of the tools. So first thing first, it's called thickness. So like this is what a thickness is, and this is called local translation Z, and this is called offset. All right, so this is called offset. And this is called division, like how much segments you want, and this is called keep face together. If you click here now, if you can see now, you're able to extrude in a very two different separate way. So let me show you. So suppose, for example, suppose this is extrude, and if you click here again, just extrude face again, and if you move this one out, if you can see, I'm moving through this translation, so that's why you can see the value is changing in translations. But let's say I'm putting 0, and let's say I'm using thickness. Now if you can see this edge, it is very uniform and constant, okay? But instead of using this thickness, if you use translation, that probably you can do it from the handle as well. But if you can change the value in translation, you see there's the behavior of this edge is not constant, it's not proper. So it's like this like going like a arrow, it's like scaling down. The far you go is like scaling, but if you like play with the thickness, it's come in a very squarish and constant and straight line. Okay, but again it depends on like uses. So suppose if you want something like this, you can use it like from the local translation as well. Okay, but it's totally depends like what type of use that you have, like what type of model that you have. And apart from that, let's go back and put a 0 again. And now let's say suppose this is the thickness that you want, and there is offset also. So offset is just nothing but just a kind of scaling your like selections or faces. And again division, so if you can increase the division, it's just adding the segments. If you can see, it's now it's adding the segments on the object. So if you want, you can use it this as well. And like I said, if it is off now, both the faces now like extruding in a very both two different direction without merging with the togethers. All right, so this is also very useful tools if you want to extrude multiple faces, but not but in a very separate area. So this is also a very good tool. All right, so now if you can just let me move back to this area, and now let's create one more object here. And uh, let's say I'm selecting this cube, and let's say I'm going to edit mesh, and let's open the option box. First thing first, always do the reset settings. All right, so now let's say I'm putting some segments 4, and let's say I'm creating on generate. Let's put some taper, let's add some twist, and let's add some thickness. Let's apply. Let's see. All right, so now if you open the control A to open the attribute, now if you can see we have some twist. So now twist is giving me options to twisting the objects. And you know what, let's say just off, I don't want this one. So if you off, now you can see I can rotate this one. All right, now if you can twist, and you can just taper it also. So now this is the taper, and now you can use, you can add the segments as well. So if you can, so it will not work, right? All right, so now if you can see, I'm using the tapper, I'm using the twist in the extrude options only. And now we have this tapper graph. So suppose you don't want from the starting, but you want the later. If you don't want starting, you can give this kind of shapes. But yeah, I mean the segments is pretty low, so that's why the value is not that visible. So I mean, like now you can